have this incredible opportunity to have genius in the room, young genius in the room. I've invited the students to stay and wanted to offer, I get a chance to talk to kids every single day, and I get a chance to really try to understand what I need to do better as an adult in their lives and in their present. So they are willing to come back down. Yes, they're so excited about it, aren't you guys? Yay! Come back down, and if you told them they mattered, they would come faster. And if you have any questions for them, of course Jacob's first. So if you have any questions, or if you guys have any comments about these amazing teachers that you've seen, I'm just going to open the mic to them and get out of their way. So anybody want to, Ryan, why don't you take the mic? And this is my son. I'm so happy that my son is here, and my daughter. Not embarrassed to be with me, that's my daughter. All right, so I didn't know if the group had any questions at all that you wanted to ask about technology, about social media, about anything. You have a question?
I'll start. Because I've got 2 in college and 3 hours in middle school. How's that?
That's great.
That's a lot of experience.
That's a lot of experience.
So now, to what extent do you think the institutions, like going to college, is that going to be different than it was even 10 years ago? Do the institutions hinder your ability to learn on your own?
Can I rephrase that for all the No, it's a great question. We have kindergarten all the way up. So what? Oh, go ahead, Deb.
Hold on.
2 microphones. So,
One for answers
okay, great. So,
and one for questions. Speak into it.
Okay.
and
Let him, yeah, rephrase it.
okay, so when what's your name? When Albert talks about institutions, it could mean college as an institution, your elementary school as an institution, your grade school as an institution. So, does going to school,
The way that
yeah.
things are set. You can go to college. My kid graduated Marquette University. Communications, electronic broadcasting degree. Had to go through all these credits. Worked for ESPN for 2 years. But a lot of the stuff that he learned in the institution,
Yep.
he could have gotten out on his own
Right.
at the high school level. So because it's an institution, you got to get this paper.
Right.
And you got to pay for it. Right?
That's right.
The institution itself, do you find that to be something that you say, man, I don't have to do that?
Do you feel like what you're doing in school matters and helps you in real life?
No.
Did you answer that? Or do you just do it because you think you have to? Is when you go to school and what you're learning, does it really matter? Do you feel like this is going to help me in my life? This is going to help me in the world. This is going to help me change the world. So I'll let you guys answer.
I believe it matters, but it's the 21st century, and you have to gear it towards our generation. When teachers teach us just like, oh, here's a textbook, throw it at you. When teachers are reading out of a textbook, we don't learn. We don't like soak that in. And so when our teachers use social media, when they gear it towards our generation, I think we understand. We say, well, this is actually, like, we can take this and convert it into real life, the real world. So
Ryan Myers, I saw you shaking your head. So is what you're learning in school matter?
Not really, no.
This is hard for a teacher to hear. It is. So what can be changed? Yeah, so what can be changed? What can we do better?
I don't know. I feel like school is more, for most people that I go to school with, they think it's more of a, it's just like a lot of the stuff we learn, we feel like, when am I ever going to use this later? And I don't know.
I see a lot of shaking heads. Is that a common feeling? When am I going to, Jacob, even in your grade, you're not feeling like you're going to use that?
I felt that way in school too.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that's not a new problem.
It's not a new problem, but it's a lot more fixable today.
well, when
You're not going to be a what? And so you're learning it right now. You don't feel like you'll have a use for it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good question. Good question. Yes. Okay. Right, because got 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. Question, Laura.
All right, thanks for letting me come down and join you. I have, as you know, 7 sons, a 3-year-old, and then the rest are in their 20s down to 19 now. So 3 are adopted, 4. So I've definitely heard this, about, oh, when am I ever going to use this and that kind of thing. Sometimes later on you discover, oh yeah, I guess I could really use that. But I think a lot of it is that it is how the materials are being presented. And I have my boys, some were in special education, some were, gifted, but they all had sort of different ways of learning, and none of them really fit in the traditional school setting anymore. I went to Central Academy myself as a student when it was new. And I did recently read an article. They were talking about the fact that if you walk into a classroom today with blackboards and that type of thing, that it isn't that much different than looking at a classroom from the 1800s. And students are, being hit with information at the speed of light. Yeah. And so you are playing video games and doing all this stuff, and then you walk into a classroom, and how they have expressed to me that they feel is that the world just slows down. And it's impossible when now we're being brought up with all this technology to expect them to, connect with what's going on in the classroom at that pace. And the unfortunate thing, too, is then they're going on to college, and they haven't been taught to be good technology and internet consumers, so that they're finding the right sources and learning to do that stuff on their own, and then, and sort out what's a good source and what's a bad source. So it seems to me, and I'd like to ask the students here, would it be better if teachers were more facilitators of topics and talked about how it might connect with you today, and then sort of turn you over to do the research on your own, and then live in class talk about your findings and what you found, and have more of that type of discussion?
That's a great question. So how would you like technology to be used in the classroom, you guys? How would you like it? Because a lot of times, your life with technology outside of school is a lot different than your life with technology inside of school. So if you had your dream classroom, how would you like technology to be used? Who wants to answer that? Jacob? Can you use the microphone? Ryan, give him the mic. Talk into it, honey.
Video games.
So Jacob, tell me a little bit about video games, because that's one of the concerns that parents tell me, that, oh, video games aren't very good for your brain, and video games, make you dumber. What's the power? What's exciting about video games to you? Why do you like them so much?
They're fun, and I can sometimes interact with friends.
So you can do them with other people?
Sure.
Okay. Well, we know that probably the classroom wouldn't be all video games. Is there any other way technology could be used, you guys, if you'd like to see it? Yes. Can you share it with Alec? Can you share the mic?
My teacher, Mrs. Brown over here, she taught us, she showed us on our computers about blogs. And there was this one guy from Missouri, he commented on my blogs about getting Nooks. We got Nooks for our classrooms. And so we use those to read now for free reading time, and we used a voice thread to thank the teacher last year he wanted us to have Nooks next year. And so we got them.
Wow. Wow. Just like grown-ups. That's excellent. We have time for one more question. One more question. There you go.
I've got a really quick one. I have kids, and they never had a chance to do this sort of thing, I don't think. If they had this opportunity, I don't know about it. I didn't know about it at the time. I think this is the most awesome part of the day is this last half, seeing what this next generation is coming into. Now, as an adult, I game online. How many of you game online? Oh, come on. Facebook, World of Warcraft, all that kind of stuff that's out there. It's fun, isn't it? So how many of you also tweet and Twitter? Because we've been doing that all day. Would you do me a favor? I'm not going to ask you to. Would you get on, at some point, use our hashtag, come on to this and tell us what you're going to be doing as adults, what you'd like to do as adults. to make the world a better place. The lessons that you've got right now, what are they going to springboard you into? Would you do that for me?
Yes.
I really would appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for staying here. I'm so glad that you got a chance to see what I get to see every day. Wow. Doesn't this make you excited about the future? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.